This is...
Can you turn it on, please?
Oh, okay. It sounded odd up here. The glory that was Greece is our topic. And I've tried to pick some books that are smaller, that are interesting, and we'll see how we go with it. % of the contest this year is just basically history of ancient Greece. A little bit of attention to the origins, but not a lot, and a little bit of attention to what happens after the end of the Hellenic period. And those periods are pretty important here, Hellenic and Hellenistic. The students need to know the difference between those two. Some people, when we first put up these topics, thought that the Age of Empires, Hellenistic age, and the Roman and Byzantine eras had so much material, how could they ever get it covered? If you will notice in the book, it's just a few pages. And I only take questions from the sources. There's nothing from outside those sources, which we'll go through in a minute. I asked coaches if this book would be too juvenile, and I was assured by coaches and students both that they like these DK books. I would start with this book. It's very visual. It's got lots of good pictures, so students can help visualize the people that they're studying. Almost every topic is just 2 pages. There are a few 4-page topics, and questions will refer both to the pictures and to the content. For example, they will read in this about the God, and don't hold me to pronunciations today. That's one of the problems with this topic. Find yourself a good Roman Catholic or mainstream Protestant minister who studied Greek, and they will help you. I have a young priest who went to Dartmouth who's helping me with this. Escalus? That's not good. But the God of healing, like I said, don't hold it to me today, is pictured in the section on the gods and on health. There's a picture of a snake in his temple. There's, of course, the staff with the snakes. That's a pretty simple concept. Now, in the practice questions here, I put some things in red. Those would be, they aren't red in your practice questions, but you should look at those and go, aha, here's a topic. Here's something to know about. Use the practice questions a little bit like a study guide. There are some Greek words that are like symposia. That is a key word. We're not going to be real picky with lots of Greek words. And this actually refers to a picture. And it's a little unusual looking instrument. It is, of course, a drinking cup that they would hold by the handles or hang on the wall. And it is pictured in the reading. And there's also discussions of symposia in more than just this one book. This book is a very typical kind of high school introduction to ancient Greece. I understand they still are order in this book. Again, it has lots of pictures, very brief survey, and it's broken down into small little sections, very small chapters of just a few pages. Very general content. Again, content and pictures will both count. I am skipping chapter 8, or section 8, which is the art and architecture. That we're leaving to the fine arts people. There will be references to architecture, but not as art, more as public works. For example, building walls, harbors, the buildings that are associated with the Navy. But this is not architecture as art. This is useful uses of architecture and as a civic project. In the red, I have time periods. Time periods are important here. There are chronologies in both the DK book and the Lords of the Sea. Students need to know a little bit about time periods. The Bronze Ages and the use of the word Dark Ages. Dark Ages is an important time period in Greek history. It's not the Dark Ages of Europe. Agora and Acropolis are Greek words, rather basic. Also, the design of a typical Hellenic city is something they should have a basic idea about. But that's it. It's a very general idea with a specific question. Where are these government buildings going to be? Well, they're around